You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Ladies and gentlemen, it happened. WWE's most beloved superstar of all time has finally turned heel. After 20 plus years of being a babyface in WWE, John Cena has done the unthinkable. He turned heel March 1st, 2025, Elimination Chamber, the main event of the show. And boy, the road to WrestleMania 41 just got a whole lot more interesting. This all started because The Rock wanted Cody Rhodes' soul, but he ended up leaving Elimination Chamber, well, with John Cena's. Now the question everybody is asking is, why John Cena, why? Well, that's where I come in. In this video, we're talking about why John Cena's heel turn happened and why it needed to happen. If you're a true WWE fan, just like I am, I don't need to explain who John Cena is and the history behind him. All we need to know is that he is, 1, a 16-time world champion, 2, he is half of the main event of WrestleMania 41 after winning the men's Elimination Chamber match, and 3, well, after 20 plus years as a babyface, he's now a heel. But outside of all that, let's start off with the smallest part of this whole situation, and that is John Cena has now tied the record for the most wins in an Elimination Chamber match. He has tied Triple H with 4 wins in an Elimination Chamber match. He has now competed in 8 Elimination Chamber matches, which leaves him 1 away from tying the record for most all-time appearances inside a chamber with Randy Orton. But because this is his last year, he's not going to get it. But also, now that John Cena will be main eventing WrestleMania for the WWE Championship, he now ties the record again with Triple H, being 9 WrestleMania World title matches. And the biggest part of all of these stats is that if he does win the WWE title at WrestleMania, he will break the record with 17 world titles. And after that performance at Elimination Chamber, I know I am very much looking forward to a John Cena WWE title run in his farewell tour. But the whole point of this episode, why John Cena, why the heel turn, why right now, and what can we expect from this? Well, like all great things, good things come to an end. And after a 20 plus year run as a babyface, and I keep saying 20 plus years because John Cena actually turned babyface. John Cena was a heel before. Let's backtrack all the way to 2003, 2004. Yeah, those 2 years. He kind of transitioned over into a babyface role at the end of 2004, going into 2005. 2005 is where he was the runner-up in the Royal Rumble with Batista and went to WrestleMania 21 to become WWE Champion for the first time. So this year is actually crazy because it will be the 20th anniversary of his first WWE Championship win. You really can't write this stuff. I mean, WWE does, but you really can't write the timing of all of these things. So backtracking to what I was saying, John Cena was a heel. Remember, War Life, Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, where all the You Can't See Me stuff started? Well, that all started in 2003, going to 2004, and then culminating in 2005, turning into a babyface. Actually, no, he was a babyface in 2004 because, well, he won the United States Championship and kind of transitioned more into the main event level scene. In 2005 is where that babyface role really took off. But the heel version of John Cena organically started to become a babyface because the fans were such a fan. They loved his rapping, coming to the ring. They loved the things he said and did. And it transitioned to the babyface role. So over the 2010s, we kind of got that John Cena, let's go Cena, Cena sucks chants started to happen. And the fans kind of thought it was stale. Me being a teenager at the time, it did become a little bit stale. But the idea of hustle, loyalty, respect was really one of those things that It was engraved in me, but I also think a lot of other fans too. So it kept the love going for John Cena. All the way now to 2025, where he's on his farewell tour, and he doesn't quite look like the John Cena we remember. He's a little bit smaller, he's a little bit less tan, he's got different hairstyle, and you can clearly see he's a little bit older than what we are used to in WWE, and that's all fine. You have to adapt to where you are in life. I get it. Which is what happened here. John Cena needed this heel turn. If you look back to all of the greats, and I mean the icons of their generation, going back to Andre the Giant, babyface heel, passing the torch to Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan never turned heel until he did, and it was considered the biggest heel turn in all of pro wrestling history. He then passed the torch to The Rock. Babyface heel. It all happens. Then The Rock passed the torch to John Cena. And we've had stars like Roman Reigns, we've had stars like Cody Rhodes, but really up until this point, John Cena, I really don't think passed the torch. Because it kind of seemed like he was passing that torch to Roman Reigns, but we never got that match at WrestleMania. It was a very rushed SummerSlam feud a few years ago. This kind of seems a whole lot different, where this is one of those icon versus icon, generation versus generation matches, where John Cena is essentially passing the torch, I believe, to Cody Rhodes. Now, again, all these ideas. Why John Cena? Why turn heel on your farewell tour in 2025? Well, like I said, he needed to do it at this point because it was kind of the one thing he hasn't done. And it worked out for The Rock. If you look back last year, The Rock, one of the most beloved superstars of all time, turned heel, became the final boss, and is now on a whole other run without even having to wrestle. And the fans love it. The fans desperately want it. And it's not WrestleMania season without it at this point. Because of what we got last year with the final boss, really making WrestleMania what it was. Let's be honest. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Seth, all the stuff was great, but the final boss, The Rock, was really the part that elevated it to a whole other level, making WrestleMania 40 and its build one of the greatest of all time. So now the fans were really looking for some sort of direction from Triple H. Where's The Rock? Is he going to wrestle Roman Reigns? Is he going to wrestle Cody Rhodes? What's happening? This is boring. Yada, yada, yada. All the negativity and criticism came in. The Rock comes back. He's like touching Cody Rhodes. A lot of people say it was like he molested Cody Rhodes. It was weird, but where was this going? And we see now where it was going. John Cena going back to the main event of WrestleMania. We saw some seeds planted at the Royal Rumble where John Cena, and I was at that press conference as WWE media in February for the Royal Rumble, and John Cena didn't take any questions, and he said, I'm going into the Elimination Chamber. I earned the right to call my shot. I'm going to win it. It's best for business. Going to the main event of WrestleMania, going to break the record, become 17-time world champion. And it was kind of a heel promo, and a lot of people said, it's kind of a heelish thing to do and say. And now we got our answer because it was all part of the plan, according to The Rock after the Elimination Chamber press conference. But again, I'm kind of going all over here with all these ideas. John Cena needed to turn heel. It was like the one thing he hadn't done in his 20-plus run as a babyface up until this point. Who knows? It can go a whole other direction. If you look at what it did for The Rock, I mean, now The Rock is getting villain roles outside of WWE and Hollywood, I think because of the final boss character. And we may see the same thing happen for John Cena. Essentially, Hollywood taking over WWE, The Rock, John Cena, and now Travis Scott, which is a weird inclusion, but whatever. It works. And at this point in time, you saw what the final boss character did for Cody Rhodes last year. It elevated him. Over that whole point of the storyline was for The Rock to kind of hand over the title of People's Champion to Cody Rhodes. It was helping build Cody Rhodes with a great freaking storyline. This is John Cena's farewell tour. He's done after December. I feel like he's doing the same thing now with Cody Rhodes, where he's turning heel at the end of his run, and he is giving Cody Rhodes that admiration from the younger crowd, the love that the fans have given John Cena as the superhero of pro wrestling, the Babe Ruth of WWE. He's passing all of that knowledge and love from the fans, from himself, to Cody Rhodes. Again, this is being done to build Cody Rhodes into a megastar. It's part of the reason why pro wrestling is so beautiful, because you see these villain characters like the Final Boss, The Rock, now John Cena. They are essentially towards the end of their careers, John Cena is, and they're giving back to the business. They're giving back to who they believe that can take the reins and continue this on. And they both see Cody Rhodes being that guy, the People's Champion, The Rock becoming the Final Boss, retiring that role, passing that torch to Cody Rhodes, the Doctor of Thugonomics, the C Nation leader, the best, the GOAT, John Cena, now giving all of his baggage to Cody Rhodes, all the love from the fans and the younger crowd. Again, making Cody Rhodes into this megastar, a combination of The Rock and John Cena, just like all the wrestlers before them have done. The Rock passing that on to John Cena, and now John Cena passing that on to Cody Rhodes. I think it's beautiful to see that happen. And it's a whole lot of, and to kind of go deeper into this, it's a lot of respect, a lot of love, but also a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of belief in Cody Rhodes to take the reins of the People's Champion, to take the reins of everything John Cena has created, to now, let Cody Rhodes go out and do the Make-A-Wish and all the good PR stuff that John Cena has done all his entire career. Let Cody Rhodes now take the reins and be able to get that love and do all those things and become what John Cena was. Essentially killing their characters to elevate the new Cody Rhodes. So it is a beautiful thing to see. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with John Cena. Maybe we get a new attire. Maybe we get a new theme song. Maybe we get a new haircut. Maybe we get a whole different persona than we've ever seen before. Because again, like I said, we have seen healed John Cena before. The Doctor of Thugonomics, And from what we saw at the press conference, he came in, he took the mic drop, walked out. He has nothing to say. He has nothing to prove. He's done it all. He's the greatest of all time. And now he's just doing what he wants. And he's taking all the hate that he's gotten over the years. He's blowing it up and he's throwing it out there into a farewell tour. Going to take the WWE title at WrestleMania. I think if he does become the WWE champion, it would be a cinematic masterpiece, just like WrestleMania was last year. And what's funny is if you go back and look at who helped Cody Rhodes become WWE champion, but also who was celebrating it with him in the ring when he won. The likes of Randy Orton, the likes of CM Punk, the likes of Jey Uso, the likes of Kevin Owens, and John Cena. Look where all they are now. I'm pretty sure Randy Orton's going to come for that title at some point. KO already turned and went for the title. John Cena's doing it now. I mean, CM Punk called out Cody and basically said, I'm going to stab you in the front. It's wild. And maybe that whole thing was to lead to this part of the chapter of the Final Boss Cody, and now with John Cena. I don't know what's going to happen with John Cena. It's really an exciting time. The true wrestling fans, the true John Cena fans have been waiting for this for a long time, and I think, like The Rock said, enjoy the ride that The Rock is taking you on, and now we have to enjoy the ride that John Cena is taking us on. But I want to close out this video or this episode by kind of leaving it open for discussion, because The Rock kind of did the three-finger thing that we keep seeing. He did it at Bad Blood. He came back and he did the three-finger thing. At Elimination Chamber, that 3 went to 2. And now, maybe there'll be a third member they're adding into this small little group that's like a new version of the NWO. I'm not sure. So let me know down in the comments if you think that they add a third person to this little group and who you think they would add to the group. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, wait just until next week's episode, because we're going to be fantasy booking John Cena's farewell tour now that he's a heel. who he should face, if he should win the title, who he should lose it to. And I have a pretty good idea about how I think it's going to end. I personally think, well, John Cena is not retiring as a heel. All that and more next week. Keep binging episodes here on the Angle Podcast. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below. And I will see you in the next one. Keep watching, keep going, keep enjoying pro wrestling. Peace.